Big thanks to Diamond Select for sending this out. You can check them out and links to buy in the description. Kaiju, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews. Hello there, collectors. It's Steven here, and I'm bringing you another gallery diorama figure review from the fine folks over at Diamond Select Toys. Wahaha. Today we're going to be taking a look at something that is sort of kaiju, giant, strange beast. Okay, we're going to be taking a look at the Cthulhu gallery diorama figure. Now, this is something that struck a chord with me immediately when I saw it, because in today's day and age, we actually don't have a somewhat 6-inch to, okay, here, 10-inch scale Cthulhu figure, so this way we can have it on display with Godzilla or Kong or Pacific Rim or whatever else. So, whether you're a fan of statues, fixed figures, or action figures, could this be the one that we're looking for? I don't know. I think we'll have to look to see whether or not Cthulhu is worth adding into your collection. The whole diorama here is based off of Cthulhu Rising Out of Early A, which does look pretty dang sweet. It really does help that the passageway that Cthulhu is coming out of sort of looks like a tunnel, so this way Cthulhu is sort of hidden, and the actual size of the monster is not exactly going to be well known. So if you want to maybe sneak him into some sort of smaller figure display, or since who knows what else is hiding underneath there, maybe you can fit Cthulhu elsewhere. But overall, we're looking at approximately 10 inches in size, and this has an interesting detail to it that most folks probably wouldn't think of. If you take a close look at the paint applications for this figure, on the final product anyway, you're going to notice that the dry brushing is a little heavy-handed. But it's not just on the figure itself, it's not just on the base of Early A, which looks great as well, it's also going to be on the waves. Now, in some situations where I've seen this before, I've kind of said that that doesn't necessarily look the greatest. However, if you take everything into consideration and you take a step back, it really does remind me of a watercolor painting, and here it definitely is executed very, very well. The only issues that I would have to say for the overall looks of the figure is that in some spots you're able to see some assembly seams, which I know some folks are absolutely against that, but you're unfortunately going to have that when you're not in the $400 to $500 to $600 territory. This thing is only $45. Overall, I would have to say the sculpt for Cthulhu is great as well, because some of the finer details, like the different scale-looking things on him alongside the different tentacles and the head sculpt of Cthulhu, I would have to say the attention to detail is rather fine and most appreciated. Now, when we take a look at some of the finer things like those wings on his back, they are folded up. It would have been neat if there would have been an extra part, so this way he could have had a full wingspan, but c'est la vie. Again, the only drawback I can really see in the looks department is going to have to be the assembly lines around some portions of Cthulhu, specifically, let's say, around the arms, random seam lines, which some folks may not like, and the base actually does not have any translucent plastic underneath. It's all going to be a thicker, dark vinyl, so if you're looking to light this up from underneath, unfortunately, you won't be able to do that. So you're just going to have to get creative. But other than that, looks-wise, subjectively, maybe you'll find something else that you don't like, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. Now, unfortunately, there's no articulation, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So we'll go ahead and move on over to a size comparison, where you can see that Cthulhu is going to be able to basically fit in anywhere you're going to make some nice shelf space. Looks good with some of the other kaiju figures you have, and Cthulhu will definitely tower over some of the smaller figures. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. Overall, I have to say that when I first saw this, I was captivated, and I said, I gotta have it. That's probably going to look great in hand. In hand, the paint application looks great. The overall aesthetic for Cthulhu here is phenomenal. And the only downside is, well, it's more so a statue. I would prefer an action figure, so hey, DST, can we get on that? Yeah, considering how awesome this is, and this will hold me over perfectly fine until an action figure of Cthulhu comes out. Yeah, gotta say this is an overall win for Diamond Select here. If you're a fan of Cthulhu, if you're a fan of oddball kaiju stuff, then this is absolutely going to be something you are going to want to pick up. Yeah, I'm hyping this up because this is pretty dang cool. Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now you've heard a lot from me, I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up, thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand selected for you, so if you want to watch another STR video, I hand selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.